Oh, today I've got for you another Minecraft command block creation. And this time I've tried to make a custom mob. I call it the Fire Sprite. So you can see there. Let me just give myself a sword. I can fight it. You can see when I spawn it, it spawns in and it has a little head and it always looks at you. It doesn't look up and down, just vertically. Up and down is much harder. You have to pose the command block. With this, I can just teleport it so it's facing me. If I can kill it, so another feature is when you're within 3 blocks of it, it lights you on fire and it's fire resistant, so you don't have to worry about it burning itself up. And if I kill it, yeah, it drops a blaze rod and a magma cream. And then I added one more little thing. If you drop a blaze rod and a magma cream at the same spot, you get a spectral arrow. And I was just messing around with Tel Raw here. Yeah. So now I'm gonna go how it works real fast. And to do that, I'm gonna have to break it a little bit. And yeah, the bottom doesn't matter that much. So the core of it are these purple command blocks, and then this impulse command block, as well as all these green chain command blocks, form the spawning mechanism when you spawn it, and then this is just how it drops items. And then down here is the custom crafting recipe for the spectral arrow. Just these 3 command blocks. So what purple command block does is it's always active and it's repeating. But it's easier to start with the chain command blocks, and this uses a similar trick to my random walk. So this is the first one, and just summons a bat. And this one gives the bat invisibility for a long time. This one summons a sheep, and this one gives the sheep invisibility. So I use, if I summon one and go into game mode spectator, we can see that there's an invisible sheep, an invisible bat, and an invisible armor stand. So the reason I have the invisible bat is that provides the AI, so it can move around and stuff. The invisible sheep is actually there as a hitbox, because the bat's hitbox is so small and really annoying to hit, and I thought, it'd be better if it was a little bit bigger, so I used the sheep. And then finally, the what's it called? The armor stand wearing the head is this forms the body. Ooh. So that's just an overview of how it works from the outside. I'm gonna go back to the commands. All right, so the gives the bat invisibility. That gives the sheep invisibility, and this gives the bat fire resistance, and that gives sheep fire resistance. And this is the actually strangely one of the longest commands in the entire creation. And all it does is it summons an armor stand wearing a skeleton skull. I mean, a wither skeleton skull, and nothing else. And it's invisible. And it doesn't have gravity turned on, and that's it. So that just summons a bunch of stuff. That gets everything kind of set up. So the core engine are these purple blocks. They all work together. I just wanted to be a little bit more compact. It used to be a little bit longer. Didn't like that. So this one, well, let me see if I can find the first one I put. Here it is. Well, I'll just start in the corner. So this executes at the bat particle lava, and that's how you get those particle effects that were around the bat. And this plays the sound around the bat, that little blaze burning entity sound. So this is just for aesthetics. as well as this is large smoke, and this. So this is when I think it will be interesting. And this one, I'm saying, unless there's a sheep, run kill bat. So this kills every bat that spawns unless there's a sheep. And that sheep, because that works as a hitbox, if I kill the sheep, I want the bat to die too. This one, so this is saying if the item mutton exists, kill all items. And this one is for cooked mutton because again, sometimes it. No, that's not it. So this is just mutton, and the reason I have that is so that when you kill the sheep and it drops the mutton, you don't want to get the mutton, you want to get these items. So I just made it so it kills the mutton, kills the sheep. If I can find the, there is another one. It's not very well organized. So this one is for cooked mutton because again, sometimes they'll catch on fire, and I wanted to be sure for both. So this next one is a little bit complicated, but it's saying, oh gosh, execute as if this command block were a bat, right? At said bat, if an entity is within, if a player entity is within 4 blocks of what is executing the command, which is the bat, running at the nearest player, set block fire at their feet. So it's basically saying if the player is within 4 blocks of the bat, this bat, set block fire at their feet, which catches them on fire and also summons that fire. So that's how I did that. This one says unless entity bat, kill sheep. So it's basically saying unless there's a bat, kill the sheep, and that's the opposite of the sheep one, because I found that sometimes you would actually end up killing the bat. So here, I'm gonna go around here first. This one, again, unless there's a bat, kill an armor stand, same thing. And this one teleports the armor stand to the bat. So it's constantly teleporting the armor stand to the bat, facing the player. And this one constantly teleports the sheep to the bat. So that's how I got them to all stay together, is I just constantly teleported them to each other. And this one, yeah, kills cooked mutton. So this one basically just says, execute unless entity adding typing was bat. So that's basically saying it will return successful unless there's a bat. And it has a comparative output, and this comparative output goes in this block, and this block has a repeater, and because this runs so rapidly, it just goes out as a one continuous pulse, and that allowed me to make it so when a bat dies, you can run these commands, and these commands simply give you the blaze rod and the magma cream. So if we go down here to this custom crafting recipe, alright, here we go. Oh god. Executing at an item that is a Minecraft blaze rod, run execute. So this is an execute command within an execute command. So it's basically saying replace this command block. So normally it runs from the command block. Make it so it runs from an item that is a blaze rod, and then it's running an execute command at the blaze rod. If there's an entity that is within 0.1 blocks through 1 block, that is a magma cream, kill all items. So the reason I did 0.1 blocks to 1 block is because when you give yourself, so if I tell someone to kill one and it gives me these, they actually spawn right outside of me, right on top of each other, and then I cook them instantly. But the thing was, it used to be, they would be so close to each other that I would get them and a spectral arrow. So I had to make it so there's a small distance, and that way when you throw it, it gives it to you right before you hit, and that way you don't get that issue. So I thought that was a pretty clever workaround. Coming back around. So this is saying if this command block is successful, it is going to give me a spectral arrow, and it's going to do a tail rod that it was messing around with. And all this does is it's saying, it's text, and it says you made an arrow, hover event action, show text, so value, a special arrow. So that's just saying, if I make an arrow right now, yeah, oh, it's not working. Oh, here it is. You made an arrow, a special arrow. So I don't know. That was just kind of for fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There are issues with it. You can't have more than one fire sprite at the same time, and I'll show you what happens if you try. Is a lot of the stuff that I'm constantly teleporting gets teleported to one. So you can see this one doesn't have anything at it except for the bat. This one has two of each at it. It has two armor stands, two sheep, just one bat. So that is an issue. And I think I can fix that with scoreboard commands, but I'm still learning on that. And another issue is, of course, you can't have any bats or sheep in your world, and I think, again, I can fix that with scoreboard commands by giving them a scoreboard value and saying, unless there's a bat with the scoreboard value, kill all sheep with the scoreboard value. So that way it's kind of isolated. But this is a work in progress. Thanks for watching.